Hello and welcome to Season 2 of the Austen podcast. And we got cameras now. You can see us. You can see me. You can see Cliff. Depending on how this goes, you might be able to see Eli. You might not. If his camera wants to work. Who knows? He's out here mouthing stuff like anyone would even be able to see him. And that's going to look really dumb, especially if we put this out and we do keep his camera on. It's going to look especially stupid on his part. But, Season 2. Season 2, Episode 1. We've been doing this for over half of a year. Episode number 26. Season 2, Episode 1. However you want to look at it. Come to you live. How are we feeling, champ?
Insane. The champ is feeling mighty fine today. You know, I am the reigning, defending, undisputed ace in the whole predictions champ. And you know what? I don't think my reign's going to stop.
Oh, it definitely
At least
will.
not this time.
Definitely will.
The only way...
It's going to be sad because you're supposed to be the AEW mark out of us.
Yeah.
And you're about to get beat at an AEW pay-per-view.
You're
That's
supposed to be the WWE Japan guy after Eli. And I beat you at a Japan show, technically.
Can we?
I made it very
can
obvious.
We just do this real quick. Austin was supposed to be the WWE guy, right? I was Japan. You AEW.
I never signed up for that. I don't know
Austin
how that got delegated to me.
Won.
I never
to
once
Japan.
said
Cliff won it through WWE. Can I win it through AEW?
No.
I never once signed up to be the WWE mark. You two willingly said that you were AEW mark and NJPW mark respectively. Those
love
words
Japan.
of
I love it.
Those words of, oh man, I love WWE so much, never came out of my mouth. Never
I don't know.
once.
You did take Vince McMahon in our all-time draft.
That's 'cause he's
so
one of the
that
best
raises
heels
some
ever.
questions.
And you
It has
talked a
nothing
lot
to do
about
with
Rhea Ripley.
WWE.
Yeah, you have. We have over the season 1.
And I guarantee it's going to continue into season 2, as you can see by my my little mug.
It's a beautiful mug. Beautiful mug.
A very beautiful mug. Not as beautiful as mommy, though. But today, Cliff is defending his predictions championship once again, as we've alluded to in our intro. But it's at AEW Revolution. I think this card is pretty easy to predict. I feel like we're all going to have a lot of the same predictions. And unfortunately, ties go to the champion. So he might retain because we tie, but won't because he just beat. It might be because he beat Eli, but it won't be because he beat me.
Oh, goodness. And so,
Come on, guys, do your job. Phil, come on.
I was trying until you cut me off.
No, you weren't. You said.
But yeah, no, I feel very confident going into Revolution. I feel very confident with my picks. And I will be invoking my championship privilege to set the order as we go, match by match. Much like you did, and still lost. So...
You say
Women's
that as
wrestling
if
for the
you
win.
You say that as if you've ever retained your title.
I'm the only two-time.
You're just a transitional champion. That's all it is.
So
Just
then-
here to exist.
It's going to be a long transition.
I'm Dolph Ziggler.
Okay.
I show up. I take the loss, and I never get the belt.
Can we talk
Dolph
about that?
Ziggler's
How-
actually good at what he does, so I don't know if that's a good thing.
It's not a good comparison.
Oh, yeah, but your
Same
LA
here.
Knight to MJF comparison earlier was perfect.
I'm not 0-4, am I? No, I am not.
Are you the champ
Have
right
you ever
now?
held the title? Have you ever held the title?
Are you the champ right now, Mr. Out Gimmicked?
Have
Are you
you
the champ
ever
right now?
held...
Are
Have you
the
ever
champ
won
right now?
anything we've done? No. So why are you even talking? Let the adults talk, okay?
You act like you for sure have won the drafts.
Oh, I have.
Oh, you have not.
I definitely have.
You definitely have not.
Just a fact
the
of
first
life.
One, I concede.
Yeah.
The first one, I concede. That one, I shot myself in the foot from the get-go. That one, absolutely. Shot myself.
Come on, spit it out. It's called a promo, kid.
Everything else, I'm not doing a promo. I'm stating facts. And the fact is, the first one I shot myself in the foot with... Who did I even pick for that? Was it Candice LeRae?
You picked The Rock's daughter as your last pick, first of all.
The woman.
Yeah.
Was that the women's draft where you also picked Vicky Guerrero?
Yeah, he also did pick Vicky Guerrero. So I don't even know. I don't know how you're sitting here talking to me about winning anything. You have a losing pedigree.
Did I not say I lost it?
You're out here talking about facts.
I lost it.
Well, here's a little fact for you. You lose. Week in and week out, you lose. Those are facts. That's just a fact of life. Another fact of life is, you're a dummy. Yeah.
I love watching you two fight. It brings me so much joy.
I'm leaving it be?
Nothing. Because you don't have anything to come back with. You don't have anything to come back with. That's what it boils down to.
Wow.
Hey,
Silence.
I'm leaving it be.
Just like he loses in everything else, he loses that exchange as well.
All right.
Undefeated.
And so,
never lost a round. Call me Chael P. Sutton.
I don't think I will.
Call me Chael P. Sutton.
So I'm going to go ahead and run down the card we're going to predict, so that way, they at home can know the matches we're going to predict and not. We are doing the pre-show match of Mark Briscoe and the Lucha Brothers versus Daivari and the Varsity Athletes. The matches that are on the card are Christian Cage versus Jungle Boy Jack Perry in a final burial match. Chris Jericho versus Ricky Starks with the Jericho Appreciation Society banned from ringside. The Elite versus the House of Black for the Trios Championship. A three-way match for the AEW Women's Championship between Jamie Hayter, Ruby Soho, and Saraya. A Texas Death Match between Jon Moxley and Hangman Adam Page. Samoa Joe takes on Wardlow for the TNT Championship. A four-way tag team match for the AEW World Tag Team Championship between the Guns, the Acclaimed, Jay Lethal and Jeff Jarrett, and Orange Cassidy and Danhausen. And the main event of the evening, a 60-minute Iron Man match for the AEW World Heavyweight Championship between MJF and Bryan Danielson.
Speaking of which, still waiting on my button-up MJF shirt. Still says processing. Ordered that over a month ago. First day of pre-order.
Well, when that comes in, at least now the people will be able to see you wearing it.
That is fair.
I do appreciate the Lucha Underground shout out, by the way. The shirt's very nice.
I know, it's almost like someone got it for me.
Yeah, I don't know.
Same with the New Japan hat. It's almost like they were gifted to me by someone who knows wrestling.
Man, wonder who that could have been.
Well, champ, I've been waiting on you to tell us the order, because we don't have anything else to shoot off each other with. Unless you want to hear Eli and I go at it again for another 10 minutes.
For the first one, Eli, you can start off by telling us your answer to the pre-show match, to which then Austin, you will go second and I will go third.
Alright. Pre-show match, I got Mark and the Lucha Bros. Mostly because Warner Brothers Media has finally given AEW the green light to book the Briscoes. You know, it only took one of them dying in a car crash for them to realize that people wanted to see them. Which sucks that that's how Mark had to be put on TV and be able to finally get booked. But since they're booking him, I think they're going to book him decently. At least until they fully want to put him on ROH. If they put him on ROH, they could keep him on AEW. That's a way they could go about this. So, I got them putting Mark and the Lucha Brothers over in the three-way pre-show match.
And I agree. I don't see them putting Mark Briscoe with the Lucha Brothers and have them losing to fucking Davari and the Varsity Athletes. I don't see that happening, period. No further elaboration, Mark Briscoe and the Lucha Brothers.
Unanimous across the board. I also agree. This is his first pay-per-view showing, and it's the Lucha Bros. Like, they're too good to eat a loss, even if it's a pre-show loss. Our second match of the night, our first match on the card, will be the match of Christian Cage versus Jungle Boy Jack Perry, and what they're calling the Final Burial. Austin, why don't you take us first this time?
This is pretty easy. Like I said, this entire card, I feel like we're all going to have very similar picks. This match is pretty much a sealed and done deal. Jungle Boy Jack Perry is going to beat Christian Cage like he should have months ago before Christian got hurt. But, I mean, if that wouldn't happen, we wouldn't have gotten Luchasaurus versus Jungle Boy in that steel cage match at, what was it, Full Gear?
I believe so, yeah.
Absolutely balls to the walls, phenomenal.
Banger.
But, it's Jungle Boy Jack Perry. He's finally going to bury this fucking feud that's been going on for way too long. That's why it's called the Final Burial match. Finally bury this fucking feud.
I have to agree with Austin. Eli, I'll go second. I'll let you go third. I have to agree. You know, this should have, ended forever ago, but an untimely injury kept it from it. Let's put it in the ground, and let's let Jungle Boy go off and do something. Have him chase one of the minor titles.
I got Jack on it too, just because, as you just said, there was injuries, I feel like, throughout this whole storyline. I think there was an injury with Jack and Lucha during the beginning of it. Christian's had some injuries. It's just been this whole thing of somebody's been injured or missing during the whole storyline. It's why it's been so drawn out, and it's been so not terrible, but it's not had its huge skyrocketing push for anybody that it could have, because, I mean, when people are missing or hurt, it kind of takes away from you being able to tell a story and be able to have decent matches like you're trying to do. So I think this will finally be the good final nail in the coffin for it. Jack wins, moves on. Christian puts over the younger talent. I get it now. I think Christian's contract is coming up too, so maybe this is his way out of the company, losing sunset, maybe a reunion in WWE. Who knows? But I got Christian Cage losing this match to Jack Perry.
Now, is this like a buried alive match, or is that just the fucking title of the match? Like is there any type of stipulation
match
here?
is what pulls up.
Cool, I guess.
It's legit. Just you click it and it shows you the Wikipedia page to no disqualification match. So
that's fantastic, I guess. You're gonna put burial in the title, but it's not gonna be a buried alive match. Makes too much sense. Too easy to sell.
It's gonna be like the Fiend when he faced off against Seth Rollins at Hell in a Cell 2019, just buried underneath a bunch of equipment, and the match has to end.
I don't think we need to bring that back up.
I thought that was the match that ended because of the chair shot to the head. and the ref just threw it out.
That might have been
No,
towards
that's
the beginning
when-
of it, but Seth like buried the Fiend underneath like I think 2 ladders, a bunch of chairs, some tables, a bunch of other stuff, and he was like hitting it with a sledgehammer.
A toolbox.
Yeah. So like there was a bunch of
Vividly
stuff.
remember the toolbox.
Not Vince's finest booking moment.
Oh no, I think that was kind of what people were like. We need to get rid of this style of booking real quick. Not that he's been booked strong very recently either, but
Time will have to tell with how they book him going forward. Match number 3 of 9 is Chris Jericho versus Ricky Starks in a singles match with the Jericho Appreciation Society banned from ringside. Eli, who do you have and why?
I have Ricky Starks winning it. I think Chris will put over Ricky finally. I can't see really Chris losing this match with how it's been built up. Maybe he does. Maybe Chris wins the match and Ricky loses it. But the way it's been kind of built up and stuff, I can't see a world where Ricky doesn't come out the victor. I just... Maybe it's just me hoping that he wins it. But I just don't... I don't see where Chris Jericho comes out of this match winning and not even like getting that good heel heat. AEW will get heat, I think, in general if Chris Jericho wins this match against Ricky. Because Ricky is set up for this amazing push, and he's getting there, and then you're going to kind of just set him back down. This would be a John Cena burial. Like what he did with the Nexus. This would be...
The golden shovel.
Yeah, like I think that would almost be... You're building this man up to possibly be a champion, and then you're going to knock him down? You can't do that. So I
agree. I don't really care what the champ has. I was about to say, I don't care what the champ has to say as order. I don't give a shit. I'm also going Ricky Starks. I do agree with you. I don't see any world where he doesn't win this. The only way that I can see Ricky Starks losing this and Jericho winning would be if someone debuted and they aren't technically a part of the Jericho Society yet, and then they come out, they debut, they fuck Ricky Starks over, and then it could be Powerhouse Hobbs for all we know. Powerhouse Hobbs could come out and screw him over, and then
doing this pick, what's his name? Action Andretti or something like that? The one that's been coming down to the ring and tagging with Ricky Starks. Maybe he joins the JAS. He's not banned from ringside. That was something I was thinking about making this pick, was he's not banned from ringside. He could turn on Ricky Starks. That would be the only thing, but what are you going to do? Put them in a rivalry that goes nowhere? I don't think you're going to get Ricky pushing him off of this. So, that was the only reason I went with Ricky.
I think Ricky Starks wins this as well. It's been a while since Jericho's had like a meaningful win though. So like I could see it going Jericho's way, I guess, but like you said, this would kill any momentum that Ricky Starks has, so
he would have to win it clean.
Yeah, I'm going with Ricky Starks.
I think it is going to be a very dusty finish. Someone's going to come out. The JAS is going to grow. But I don't think it's going to be enough to stop Ricky Starks. Ricky Starks is the person I'm choosing to win this match. But I do think there will be shenanigans from either somebody joining the JAS or somebody debuting entirely. But I don't think it'll be enough. Ricky Starks came out of the MJF feud into this. So he needs something to go for him. And Jericho can build himself back up in one night with a promo. So he's got that power. So
I think this next one's going to be the one that separates us.
It's going to be interesting. This is the 6-man tag team match for the AEW World Trios Championship with The Elite versus House of Black. Austin, take us away.
This is one that I had an initial reaction to, and I had an initial pick to it, and then I started thinking about it, looking into it, looking at it from every angle, and like Eli said, this is going to be one that separates us, but I think the Elite retain here. I don't think the House of Black win here. They might. Like I said, my initial reaction was House of Black. But I think they're going to let Kenny have that title, or a title, until his contract runs up, just in hopes of being able to bring him back to the company. I think that also has something to play within it. But going with the Elite here. Much as I don't like the Young Bucks, this title was pretty much made for these three. So...
But Austin, we were together in Indy, and you felt the pop that House of Black got when they came out at the end of that lumberjack match.
I did. I was a part of that pop.
And you're still going against them.
I don't think they win this year.
Interesting. Eli, who do you have and why?
I have the House of Black. Just because I think they are finally at a decent place to push Malachi. I think they're at a decent place to push Matthews and what is his name? Brody King. I couldn't think of. I knew it began with a B, but I couldn't remember what.
Bro doesn't even know the product.
I think
tune in every once in a while, huh?
I don't watch AEW enough. I think that they could be a very good tag team. I think that Malachi is going to be a good singles wrestler going forward. I do not see them splitting them up as a trio. I also think that this would be a great push for them to go forward, getting pushed forward. I could see the Elite winning off of what you said, trying to keep Kenny in, not wanting him to go away on his contract and everything else. Because I think the Young Bucks wanted to be too far behind him, if I'm thinking on contracts correctly. I'm pretty sure they locked in.
I believe they would not be.
You don't think they would be too far behind him or leave him?
They would not be too far behind him.
Yeah. So
they would be right behind. I think they follow Kenny wherever he goes.
Yeah.
For being honest, if Kenny goes to the worldwide leader in sports entertainment, then so will the Young Bucks. I don't think they'll stray too far away from their father, pretty much.
I think we get Coda there. I think if we get Kenny and the Young Bucks in WWE, we could potentially see the New Japan WWE cooperation. I think that's kind of why WWE wants Jay White, and they want Coda, and they want Dragon Lee, and they want the Elite to come in, because I think that would be the final, hey, New Japan, we can let you guys have him for shows if you let some of your talent, and we could have a show together. And I think, done right, they could do those shows correctly. I think we have all seen from Forbidden Door that there was some things that went wrong, prevent this from happening, everything will be fine. So, but I think that maybe Tony Khan may be thinking that Kenny Omega staying is a lost cause, potentially. After seeing Cody going, how far Cody's gone since joining.
But they didn't do anything for Cody. They didn't do anything for Cody the entire time he was there. That's my thing. And I get it was mostly him not wanting to book himself into the show. Apparently Kenny has he doesn't give a shit. He'll book himself all he wants. But
well, you want to book yourself big if you're able to. I mean, you have the power to book yourself as the superstar you see yourself as. You're gonna do it. It's what you do in WWE 2K. You book yourself and you put yourself as champion. It's one of the first things you do when you create a superstar. Is you either do a championship match or you just put a title belt on you. And so it's kind of that. I understand the thought process there is you book yourself into the World Championship picture or something. What you see yourself as, you book it. I think, though, after All Out, I think after everything that happened with Forbidden Door, I think after everything that's happened with AEW recently, I think that they could be on their way out. Tony Khan sees it, and I think this would be the perfect way of getting the titles on House of Black. So,
And that leaves it to me, and
Right,
I
so
do
that's-
agree.
That's a very long roundabout way of giving your
Getting
prediction.
back. Yeah. This is one
Sorry.
that I've coin flipped on about 6 times. And Austin, I tried to talk you into the House of Black because I also ended up with the Elite. Mainly just
darn it.
because I
This is
don't,
where Eli loses.
I don't bet against Kenny Omega.
I always bet
Unless
against
he's
Kenny
planning
Omega.
on going and doing a tour of Japan to where he can't have the title, I don't see him
He could.
being off of
Well,
AEW
doesn't
TV.
he- Go ahead, whoever's going to talk. Don't let me cut
So-
you
He
off.
could do a two.
I lied! Let me cut you off!
Hey. Go.
But no,
No,
that's my
I
piece.
actually don't want to go. You can go ahead and go.
I legit think
I
that-
lied once again! Let me talk!
Okay, interrupting Cal. No one asked you to moo. No one put 2 cents in you, so stop it.
I'm about to put my foot up your ass if you keep it up. It's going to be a little more than 2 cents. I'm about to be wearing the Eli 11s on my goddamn feet if you don't
What,
shut the
you
hell
Red
up,
Foreman
alright?
now from that 70s show?
Red Foreman wishes he could be me.
Yeah.
I don't think he does.
Just like you wish you could be me, you wish you could be me, you wish you could be me.
I'm okay being the champ. I don't want to be the non-champ.
I think that Kenny Omega as U.S. champion would be great doing a tour. And if he is serious about leaving, I think he needs to make relationships great with New Japan, along with putting himself out there as he doesn't have to be the one booking himself. He has to prove that he can be, and he has proven it time and again. Again, I was trying to think of all the 5-star matches he's had. Kota Ibushi, Okada. I think he's had one with Tanahashi. He had one with Michael Elgin, I do believe. Which, I mean, to carry Michael Elgin to a 5-star match is... It was the Intercontinental ladder match. I think it was a 5-star match. If not, it was a 4.5. It was a high-ranked match. For you to be able to carry Michael Elgin to a high-star match, that in itself should show that you were able to accomplish anything in professional wrestling. So I think that if he does not win this match, he could do a tour of Japan. Maybe he goes to ROH and does some things there. Because he was an ROH wrestler for a little bit.
So are we
Are you
just
done?
acting like ROH is its own thing and not just AEW?
If Eddie Kingston can, so can I.
That's not a good argument to make. So, with that, we are closing out of that match and moving into the next match on the card. The 3-way match for the AEW Women's World Championship of Jamie Hayter versus Saraya versus Ruby Soho.
I'll
go
the
first.
Look Eli gave to the camera as soon as he said it.
As the Valiant champion, it's Jamie Hayter.
Valiant.
I forgot
it's
this
Jamie
was a match
Hayter.
on the card before you asked if I was going to yell or not.
No, Jamie Hayter is the best thing to happen to the women's division since Riho won the belt the first time. And she's not losing the belt until we get a her versus Britt feud first. So, call me a hater. Whichever one of you two wants to go next, feel free.
I'm about to say, you've been telling everybody else to go, and then you
I'm
never
about to
gave
say,
any direction,
doing a real
champ.
good job, champ. Keep it up. Bang up
yeah.
job.
Like,
Well, I'll
you've been
go
telling
then, since
everybody
he
else
doesn't
to
want to
go,
put
and
his
then-
foot down.
Yeah.
I
You
think
know
this
you're
is
doing a
another
terrible
one
job
we're
on
all
us.
unanimous on.
We're agreeing with each other, man.
I think, like
And
I
not
said,
scared.
I'm sure this is another one all three of us will agree on. Jamie Hayter's not losing the title here.
Now,
And
you say that, Austin. Eli's going to pick Soraya here, just so you know.
And
It's part of the script. I got the script from the NFL scriptwriter.
Well, we need to start having a little more kickback from them writing scripts for us. Jesus Christ. Some alternate universe Ruby Soho wins here.
Yeah.
Not gonna happen. Be cool if it did. I'd be fine being wrong with this if she wins it, but Jamie Hayter's not losing the belt.
The only
Jamie
way I
Hayter
can see Ruby-
won't even be in like true danger of losing her belt until Thunder Rosa comes back, if she decides to come back.
The only reason I see Ruby Soho being a whole problem in this match is if she decides, for whatever reason, to join up with the team of Toni Storm and Soraya. It's the only way I see her being a major factor in this match. I think it's going to come down towards the end. Maybe it's a chair shot, a chair spot. Maybe it's something with a weapon.
Stop. Valentina Shevchenko just lost for the first time in her entire career.
Oh.
She lost to Alexa Grasso.
Wow.
First loss in over 5 years.
I forgot
Wow.
UFC was tonight.
Yeah,
285, right?
280. Yeah, it's either 285 or 282. But John Jones is fighting Cyril Gane. And if John Jones wins, we might not have a next podcast to do because I'll be dead.
Agreed.
We'll side tangent here. I hate John Jones with every bone in my body. I will look into this fucking camera and say it, John Jones, you are a fucking bum. You can't fight clean to save your goddamn life. I bet right now you're on some shit, alright? Get off whatever you're doing, buddy. Stop snorting the cocaine. Stop taking the hookers home. Stop crashing your fucking Lambo. Stop crashing into pregnant women. You're not good. The only reason you were good was because of the PEDs. Chael Sonnen said it himself when he was on PEDs. You were on PEDs because they didn't test. Bum. Yeah. Continue.
Anyway, I think that it'll come down to like a spot where she has to pick Paige or Jamie, and then she'll either, I hope
It's actually Soraya.
that she delivers a chair shot worse than Sean Spears did to Cody to Soraya. Like, I'm hoping she is busted from the front to the back. Unprotected chair shot. Because I do not want Soraya to be in the women's title picture. Put her with the TBS Championship, have her botch matches with Jade Cargill, and get put back on the shelf again. But I do not want her to win. If Ruby Soho decides to team up with Soraya for whatever damn reason, that's the only reason I see either one of those two walking out as big names of this match.
So you're
So who are
picking
you
Jamie
picking?
Hayter. Yeah, you
Yeah, you
never
didn't say
told
who
us
you're
you were
picking.
picking.
Jamie. I figured that was
Okay.
kind of obvious when, you know, I'm
That's the
shitting
thing you
on
didn't say.
both the other two.
And now comes to the Texas Death Match.
I think we
between
might split here too.
John Moxley and Hangman Adam Page. Austin, do you want to go first or second?
Doesn't matter to me.
Go first then. Who do you
Taking
have and
Hangman.
why? The Hangman.
Hangman Adam Page.
Really? Why?
I am. I think he benefits more from a win here than Jon Moxley does. That's what it boils down to. You don't bring back Hangman to have him lose to Moxley.
His return in Indy was so damn good, though.
That's why I'm saying you don't have him return, beat the hell out of Moxley, and then just not win. Makes no sense for Moxley here to win here.
I don't know. They're starting this heel back
like this.
Blackpool Combat Club thing.
Blackpool Combat Club hasn't been a thing since fucking Regal left. Hasn't realistically been a thing since Regal left. They've all been kind of doing their own things, so... Besides, like, the occasional, like... Have they even mentioned it at all?
Yeah.
Yes. When Claudio and...
Claudio
Wheeler Yuta's last
Yuta
match.
jumped the Dark Order before the match.
Doesn't
Because
matter.
Wheeler Yuta shook hands with somebody.
It literally
And
only
then-
matters when it's Wheeler Yuta because they need to put a title by his name.
Oh, I
They
just want to
need-
mention this really fast before we go any further. In this podcast, we acknowledge Evil Uno. The boy can go.
Austin.
I'm
Well,
putting my one in the air for the Evil Uno.
Austin.
I acknowledge one person, and one person only. All
Is that Rhea
right?
Ripley?
And it's Mommy.
I acknowledge two people. And two people only.
What about MJF?
No.
I'm better than
LA
MJF.
Knight?
I will acknowledge LA Knight. Yeah.
I acknowledge three. Three people only.
I just wanted to throw that in real quick because last week we got so caught up I couldn't even mention the fact that, Evil Uno can go. So, Eli, who do you have coming out of the Texas death match being the survivor?
Also, you can't name it the Texas Death Match and have a cowboy fucking lose. That just goes against the name of the match.
That's about like the filthy
Didn't-
Lawler match they had at the last New Japan pay-per-view, and he won. Oh, big surprise. Nah, I got Hangman.
I also
Heyman
have
said the
and
exact same.
Adam Page.
Paul Heyman?
Hangman, not Hangman.
It sounded like you said Heyman.
Hey man, I got
Austin, I'm not
Hangman.
gonna lie, I thought you were gonna go Moxley.
No.
I thought this was gonna be a split.
I thought one of you would go Moxley.
This is
That's why I said we
Austin's
might
wet dream.
split.
This match right here is.
I love
Austin's wet
Hangman.
dream.
Come on.
How
Why?
much do you
I want
talk
you-
about deathmatch wrestling?
But this isn't
This is
real
Texas
deathmatch wrestling.
deathmatch.
This is not real deathmatch wrestling.
It's not like the
What
lights
if
out
Nick Cage
matches they
pops up?
used to have.
Huh?
What if Nick Cage pops up?
He's not gonna pop up. Bro's probably in jail again for all I know.
Fair.
All right.
If
we
you
all
want to take
agree.
a good look at real deathmatch wrestling, go watch the Vice documentary on it. It's actually really good. I've watched it I don't know how many times.
I've watched
It's
it.
I
once.
forget
It is
what
good.
I forget what year it is, but it follows the Tournament of Death. I want to say it's like 2015, 2016, somewhere in that area. It's like the 2016 CZW Tournament of Death. It follows that and interview all the wrestlers, and it's pretty good. I enjoy it.
It was decent.
All right.
I like it.
Match 7 of 9 on the card is Samoa Joe versus Wardlow for the AEW TNT Championship. Eli, why
No,
are
why
you
don't you
picking
go
Samoa
first,
Joe
champ?
here?
No. Why do you?
Because I make
why
the
don't you go
rules, damn
first?
it.
Why don't you go
Bro
first?
just wants to
because-
copy our picks. He just wants to copy
Go
our
first.
picks.
I've got
I
him
want to
right
hear what
here.
you guys think before
I
we get
bet.
to this one, because I think this is another one we split, and I want to hear what you guys pick before we do my pick, because I'm the one that always separates. I want to.
Eli's just trying to copy us.
I want to hear from separating. I already
Now
have
Eli's the one.
my pick.
copying
My hands
us.
are right here. My pick is in my book.
Go ahead.
You can
Explain
change it in your mind. What? We don't need to see your hands. What?
I'm not changing.
What does that prove? That proves
I don't want to
nothing.
change it. Pick.
By holding your hands
I
up
wanna
proves
sound
absolutely
stupid here.
nothing.
Here, how about
You're
this?
gonna sound
I'll go
stupid
first.
regardless.
I'll go
No.
first on the next 2 matches to make it fair.
I picked Wardlow. And I only picked him
Wardlow?
because I think they are full on trying to separate ROH from AEW for the television show. I don't think, because we're seeing it with different wrestlers. We're seeing ROH ones not appearing on AEW. We're seeing AEW not appear on ROH. So I think that they're going to take the belt off of him. We're going to have a Darby Allin versus Wardlow match, rivalry possibly. I see
give me
a
that
lot
in
of
my
different.
soul.
I see some different things coming up from this that I just don't see Samoa Joe coming out of this match as champion unless it's by like disqualification. And if disqualification happens, the match is thrown
The
out no
match
matter
gets
what.
thrown out.
So I have Wardlow winning the match.
I also have Wardlow winning for all of the same
Hey.
reasons. If there was one match I'd probably bet on, it wouldn't be this.
No, I bet on the main event though.
I think
But
we all
yeah,
go different ways.
once again, we all agree because, this is a predictable match. If they split, now that ROH, they've done their TV tapings and that stuff's starting to come out, they need a TV champion that can just do ROH shows. So, it makes sense.
You guys have had side tangents. I want to do a side tangent real quick.
I haven't had a
remembered
side
that
tangent. I had
Athena
the Evil Uno.
Was ROH Women's Champion, formerly known as Ember Moon. Did you guys remember that before the tapings?
No, because I think Athena sucks.
I completely forgot. I thought it was Mercedes Martinez. Mercedes Martinez still. Completely forgot that she did something while in AEW.
Yeah.
Like, it's been that terrible of a title reign. That it was forgotten, not by me alone, but apparently Austin as well, and many people on Twitter who were looking at it and making comments that they forgot that she was even champion. They forgot that she was even wrestling still. That's how little she has been used.
Her title reign's been about as good as she is in the ring, so...
Fair. Champ, you gotta segue us into the...
Come on, you're the one leading the
Nope.
show!
I was letting Eli finish up his little tangent
I
thing,
did.
shitting on, a professional wrestler.
Hey, I didn't yell about Soraya today. I think I'm on a good uphill here.
He's growing.
Is that what it is, or is he just
Growing as a person.
doesn't want to get yelled at again for peeking his mic?
I told Austin I wasn't going to yell this episode, so I'm working on it. I thought about it.
This leads us to the penultimate match, the 4-way tag team match for the AEW World Tag Team Championship. We have the Guns versus the Acclaimed versus Jay Lethal and Jeff Jarrett versus Orange Cassidy. And I gotta love that Danhausen. I'll go first, as I said I was. I'm taking the Guns.
You don't
The Guns
think
are gonna
Danhausen's
retain.
gonna...
Danhausen's gonna
Curse him?
curse somebody. I love that Danhausen, but
I think Danhausen's eating the pin here, honestly.
Danhausen's gonna eat all the tag team finishers and then get pinned. But no, I think the Guns win. And honestly, FTR is still under contract. They could run back Guns FTR. So, but yeah, no, I have the Guns winning this match. Austin, go second.
Now, when I first looked at this match, once again, like the Elite House of Black match, I had someone in mind. Wasn't the Acclaimed, because they just lost the titles. Obviously isn't going to be Orange Cassidy and Danhausen. They aren't going to win titles. That leaves two teams. And my initial thought was the fucking TNA duo of Double J, Jeff Jarrett, and Jay Lethal.
I will stop
That was my
watching
initial thought. That was my initial pick was Jay Lethal and Jeff Jarrett, because God, wouldn't that be so funny for Jeff Jarrett to be a champion on a major wrestling company in 2023? Would 2023 even get any better? No, it wouldn't.
They're saving that for 2024.
But the Guns already have something going on with the Acclaimed. I don't even know why this is a 4-way match to begin with. They probably wrote in Jeff Jarrett's contract that, hey, you get at least one pay-per-view match a year. And this is that one match a year on the pay-per-view that he gets. But I'm taking the Guns here. Like I said, they've got a thing going on with the Acclaim that's probably going to go after Revolution. And I truly wanted to be ballsy. I wanted to pick Jeff Jarrett, but I can't do that.
I mean, you can.
No, I can't. The Guns are winning this.
I have the Guns. I thought we were all gonna have different picks here. I have the Guns mostly for the FTR reason. I also think that if somebody else eats the pin, and maybe Billy Gunn turns on the Acclaimed, then we get the Acclaimed having a reason to try and get the titles back. We have FTR coming back to have a match against the Guns. You could also throw Acclaimed in there. You have a 3-way tag match with them. That's a pretty damn good match there, all in all. So I think that you could really build off a decent match and storyline off of this. So I picked the Guns. I thought we were going to go separate ways on this one. I thought Austin was going to pick the Acclaimed. Cliff was going to pick Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal or something. Like,
that is completely... Do you even listen to our product? That is completely ass backwards than what it should have been.
I said this last week, that I am the weight of our product, and I do not listen. I do not like listening to myself.
Bro doesn't
But
even
you don't
listen to
understand that reference.
Bro doesn't watch the product he's talking about. Bro doesn't listen to his own product.
Cliff may understand the reference, but you don't.
I mean,
what reference is there to be made? I'm waiting.
Nothing. I'm not giving a free advertisement to people.
They get enough advertising.
Yeah, exactly.
Trust me, it's not a big deal.
So.
Anyway,
main event time. Come on.
The main event of the night, a 60-minute Iron Man match for the big belt, Triple B, MJF versus Bryan Danielson. And I got MJF. This is going to be, one of his standout matches. That when his reign comes to an end, a year or so from now, we're going to look back on and just think, damn, that was a good wrestling match. Eli, go second. Who do you got and why?
I have MJF too. I was going to do a whole build-up on that, but I just... doesn't even need a build-up. It's MJF after his promo that he had, the shape that he's getting in for this match, the push with this belt that he has been getting. I don't see it ending here. Maybe, what's the next pay-per-view for them?
I think it's All Out.
Maybe at All Out he loses it. I don't see it happening there either, but maybe he does. To a return.
It's not All Out.
What is it? I was gonna say Blood and Guts, but I don't feel like that was right.
They have 4. They have full in order from like middle of the year. It's All Out, Full Gear, Revolution, and one more.
All In?
No. All In was the only show that it was the one standalone show. Because they only have 4. Because it's Revolution.
Double or Nothing?
Because it goes whatever.
Double or Nothing.
It goes Revolution, Double or Nothing, All Out, and then Full Gear.
Correct.
They've had Blood and
Because
Guts.
that's just a weekly special show.
Oh.
And then Forbidden Door gets thrown in between Double or Nothing and All Out.
Because when we started our podcast, it was the night of All Out. It was night of the Brawl Out.
Yeah.
Yep.
And they had Full Gear. Now we're at Revolution, and we're about half a year from where we started, give or take.
Season 2, baby.
So, knowing that, and
Anyway,
if
continue.
the next show is, we're going to Double or Nothing, you have, maybe you have Danielson, and you have MJF going for the belt again. Then you do a match, Korea versus title at All Out.
Possibly.
Danielson and MJF. It could be a decent storyline that you build off of that. I just can't see MJF losing the belt. Not relatively so quickly, but still, I mean, it still feels brand new with everything. All of his push still feels really brand new. There's still that nice shine on him. I can't see him losing the belt going into this match.
And that takes us to you, Austin.
Now I backed up, because I'm in promo mode now. Let me talk to you. Yeah. So, do I agree with you? We're talking about Bryan Danielson, Daniel Bryan, the most gifted, technically sound wrestler possibly on Earth today, as well as of our generation. Is he going to go in here and lose to MJF in a 60-minute Iron Man match? Is he, though? Is he going to lose to one of the best technical wrestlers today? Something to think about. Something to keep in the back of your mind. People are already getting fed up with MJF. They're already getting fed up with his title reign. Because it's the same shtick every single week. He comes out, cheap heat, God, I hate the town I'm in, your sports team sucks, let me say a couple curse words, talk about who I'm facing, say I'm better than him, and leave. People are getting fed up. Now, let's say Tony Khan doesn't give a fuck if MJF walks out. Tony Khan probably doesn't anymore. So, you've got a golden opportunity. Someone who has proven themselves that they can get over in Bryan Danielson. Daniel Bryan. He did it at WrestleMania 30. Defeated the odds. Beat the Authority. He was the hottest thing going that year. All I'm saying is Daniel Bryan is not better than MJF. Give me MJF, baby. Give me MJF.
I mean, that's what I thought.
Can you go back over the everything that everybody's getting tired of MJF for me real quick? Just go back to that.
No,
list
you
real
should have
quick
been
for me.
listening. Should have been tuned in.
I was listening. I just want to make
Pay
sure
attention to
everything
the
was
product,
clicking in
buddy.
my head, because everything that you were saying seems like everything that you've been copying since you've been doing the podcast. So are you got the scarf? You got
That's
everything
not
that you do.
no.
And it's saying.
You've had enough time. You've
So,
exceeded your time limit.
Are you
So-
trying to be MJF? Are you trying to be MJF on the podcast? Are you seeing
Don't
his
remember-
success, trying to transfer it over to here?
Don't remember commenting anything about the city you're living in because you're too scared to put it out there.
You say it almost every other week. People can go back and find my phone number, you dick.
You're welcome.
No, we
Now,
ain't
here's
even
the-
getting started on you.
Are you done?
Are you?
Can I talk?
Are you gonna talk shit?
It's like asking if the sun is going to rise in the morning. Of course I'm going to fucking talk shit.
What you sitting back looking, trying to be prim and proper and pompous over there? You ain't royalty.
I'm just enjoying this.
No. This is my time, alright? Since he wants to try to come at me, I say that I'm better than you because it's facts! You have lost everything! Back to what we were just talking about earlier! It is a factual statement that I am better than you.
Sounds like an MJF promo.
It is a factual statement that you know it!
Isn't that what he says all the time? I'm better than you and you know it?
It's
Like
true, is
you're
it
just
not?
recycling
It's
promos
true,
now.
is it not? It's true.
You're recycling
is it
promos
not?
now. I'm at least coming up
Just
with
like-
original stuff.
Just like you try to recycle our picks and somehow fucking lose every week, I don't want to hear it. I do not want to hear it.
Whose picks do I steal?
Oh, by the way, guys, I forgot to tell you something. There is a singular possible bonus point available this week. It is optional.
Speaking of copycats, this
If
one's stealing your
you-
Royal Rumble stick.
Exactly.
Can
He's
correctly predict the number of falls for the 60-minute Iron Man match. You will get a bonus point. Me? I'm good. I don't want any part of that. But I'd figure
I
I'd
don't
offer
either.
it.
Because we have the same picks, so.
Do you lose?
So that's the only way you could beat me, Austin.
Do you lose a point?
Yeah, you would either win a point or lose a point.
I'm not doing it.
You know what? Since you two want to be pussies, I'll do it then. 3-2 MJF.
3-2.
I'll do you one better. MJF wins with some tomfoolery. A little bit of debauchery. A little bit of shenanigans.
Okay.
See, if you get this wrong and you get the other pick, what? Are we separated on the elite? You get that wrong. Guess who wins?
Basically,
Guess who wins?
yeah. Eli, this might be your time.
I would win.
It's not, but it might be.
I would beat both of you by 1. If you lose that bonus point, I'd beat you by 2. Let this sink in.
Oh, you're still talking? I kind of just tuned you out because you're spouting nonsense.
Alrighty. And that concludes our predictions for Revolution 2023.
I thought you were about to say 2022. I was about to make
Oh.
fun of you so much.
This sucks that I'm better
I
than
was
you.
waiting for it.
Yeah, okay. Bro can't even defend
Alright.
his title, and he wants to try and say he's better than me.
I'm the only person who's ever won it back. Sure as hell ain't gonna be you.
Did I not retain the title? What kind of
When you
dumb
successfully
fucking
defend
statement is that?
When
What?
you
Win
successfully
it back.
defend it.
Not
I
When you
want it
successfully
back!
Defend it.
you retained
Successfully
it.
defend it, Cliff.
It was on
I
the
will.
line. It was on the line, and I won it back. I retained.
You don't know what it's like to
Successfully
lose it
defend
and
it,
have
Cliff.
to go through the hell to win it back.
I
You
give
do.
Austin
You're gonna try.
a slight. I understand his gripe about the last one. He had to defend it against 2 shows. I understand.
Unprecedented. You guys had to go to extreme lengths to get
But
that fucking title
you
off
have
of me.
not won it off a defense. You've not defended your championship, Cliff.
I'm
You
going
won
to
it
right
off
now.
of Austin. You won it off of the vacant champion. Which, by the way,
And you haven't won it off anybody, so
Vacant
your
has held
opinion's
that
invalid.
championship.
Good night.
our championship
let
should
him cook.
go
Let him
in the
cook.
Wikipedia for vacant. Because he held our title. He was the first inaugural champion, technically speaking. But you had to be.
You're making no solid point. Never
to
mind.
be
Don't
able
let
to
him
get to the
cook. Shut him
championship.
Yeah,
up.
that's
Shut
what I
him up.
thought.
Cut him off.
Oh.
Cut him off.
And so that concludes our predictions. That takes us into our special little closing bits. Austin, your fucking theme of the week is stupid. Throw it away. Come up with something else. While you're thinking,
It was about as shitty as your fucking title reigns, honestly.
while you're thinking about that, Eli, go ahead. Give me some wrestler who's only wrestled in Evansville, and I'll still get him right.
Okay.
You've gotten like 2 right the entire time we've done this. I don't want to hear it from you.
You ready?
Did you not have any
sir?
ready, Eli? Is that what it is?
Yeah, I do. Oh, God. The video started playing at that point.
You've had 2 hours to get one ready?
Why are we dragging our
I
feet?
have
Come on.
one ready. Butthead.
I'll go.
So I can't call
I'll go
you
first while
crackhead?
Austin's thinking. Go ahead.
I got it. You ready? Are you ready? Or are you just going to keep saying
Now
that I don't
Cl-
have anything
now-
done?
Now Cliff's trying to copy me.
Dear Lord. Alright. This man is a former AWA World Heavyweight Champion, Chicago version. A former 3-time AWA World Heavyweight Champion, Ohio version. A former AWA Eastern States Heavyweight Champion, 1 time. A former NWA United States Heavyweight Champion, Northeast version. A former NWA United States Tag Team Champion, twice. Northeast version. He is in the class of 2021 International Professional Wrestling Hall of Fame. He is a former 7-time MWA Ohio Tag Team Champion. He is a former World Heavyweight Champion for the Jack Pfeiffer Promotions 4-time. He is a former World Heavyweight Champion for the Montreal Athletic Commission 3 times. He is a former 1-time NWA Heavyweight Champion. He was in the NWA Hall of Fame class of 2010. He is a former NWA United States Heavyweight Champion, Chicago version, once. He's a former NWA Mid-America, holy smokes, NWA Mid-America Heavyweight Championship, once. He is a former NWA World Tag Team Champion, San Francisco version, once. He's a former NWA North American Heavyweight Champion, Amarillo version, once. He won the Stanley Weston Award 1990 and PWI. The Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame and Museum, class of 2002, television era. Former 7-time NWA Texas Heavyweight Champion. Former NWA Texas Tag Team Champion, once. He is in the class of 2008 St. Louis Wrestling Hall of Fame. He's a former 1-time WWWA World Heavyweight Champion. He is a former 1-time WWWF World Heavyweight Champion. He is a former, he was in the class of 1994 WWF Hall of Fame. He is in the class of 1996 Wrestling Observer Newsletter Hall of Fame. Other titles include Maryland Eastern Heavyweight Championship 12 times. He is also in the Victory Championship Wrestling Hall of Fame class of 2018. How's that for a Joe Schmo?
That's it.
That's it. That's
Now,
all of it.
Before
is
we
well
get
known.
into that, my reaction here is because fucking John Jones won.
Are you serious?
John Jones beat Cyril Gain.
Oh, is that? Oh, he tapped out. Are you kidding me?
So my night's ruined already. I don't give a shit if I get this right or not. So
Okay. Give me a hint, Eli.
Oh boy. Besides the fact that he was a NWA wrestler for a long time. Let's see. Damn. He teamed with Johnny Valentine. And Johnny Barand for his 2 times as NWA United States Tag Team Champion. He was teamed with Great Scott for 6 of the 7 NWA Ohio Tag Team Championship reigns. And he is a 2-time inaugural champion.
Oh, God. Austin, do you have any ideas?
Why would I help you?
He is one of 3 men to hold. This is a better hint. He is one of 3 men in history to have held both championships along with Ric Flair and AJ Styles. That being the WWF World Heavyweight Championship and an NWA World Heavyweight Championship. Only 3 men have done that.
Is it Lou Thez?
Nope. You got one more guess.
You gave him like 20 hints for fucking free.
It's not Lou Thez.
He's still not going to get it.
Like the Thez Press guy.
No, it's
That
not
is
Lou
Lou
Thez.
Thez. Good job.
Lord.
God.
You said AJ Styles won a WWF title?
No,
No.
WWF.
WWF, WWE Championship, and the NWA Championship. Only 3 men have done that. Because R-Truth has never won the WWE Championship. Ricky Steamboat never won it. Ric Flair, technically. Did Ric Flair ever win the WWE Championship? He won the WWF World Heavyweight Championship, but...
Give me Harley Race. I don't fucking know.
It's not... It's... Austin, you got a guess?
I don't know why, but the first person that came to mind was Arn Anderson.
No. Buddy
Look
Rogers.
this up.
That's decent.
It's a well-known guy. Inaugural WWF World Heavyweight Champion. Inaugural... I forget what the other inaugural championship was. Man, he's done a lot. He had a lot more to him than I thought he did. Like, he's
All right, well,
done a hell of a
I'm
lot.
ready.
Are you sure about that? Are you absolutely sure?
You're going to give me someone from like the 80s that I won't know.
If you keep this shit up, Eli, I may take your job from you.
Oh, no.
Waiting.
I clicked off on it on accident. Alright. Austin, are you ready? Are you sure? Because this woman
I've said
is a 2-time AIW Absolute Intense Wrestling Women's Champion, a 3-time ACW American Joshi Champion, a 1-time ACW Televised Champion. She won the ACW Queen of Queens tournament in 2012. She has won the Pro Wrestling Alliance's Women's Championship once. She was ranked in the PWI Female 50 in 2017, 18 out of the top 50. She was a Queen and King of the Ring winner in 2013, which I guess is a mixed tag thing in CZW. She is a 1-time ROH Women's Champion. She is a 1-time NXT Women's Champion, and she won as a 1-time NXT Women's Tag Team Champion, and she is a 1-time Warrior Wrestling's Women's Champion. That is it.
I so bad went against Santina just for the meme of it.
No, she was never an ROH.
Is it Athena? Is it Ember Moon Athena?
It's Athena!
Easy! Too easy! I'm not gonna lie, when you said women, like this woman, I said, oh, no. I'm glad you gave me an easy one.
Eli,
pissed me
if
off
I
this
retain,
episode. I
I might
flipped
be
him
coming
around.
for your job now.
I flipped him around.
I might be coming for your job. I'm probably going to be coming for your job. You know what job you would then get? this date in
Janitorial?
professional wrestling history. Starting in
All right.
1995.
No one cares about your gimmick, so I'm just gonna go ahead and leave, and I'll come back when it's over. That way I don't gotta listen to you.
Okay. So in 1995 in Tokyo, Japan, your boy Stan Hansen beat Toshiaki Kawada to win the All Japan Triple Crown Championship. That's why I wanted to get to this one really quick, because it's one of the few days that actually has Stan Hansen. In 2000, a reign that lasted exactly 700 days, Rob Van Dam was forced to vacate the ECW TV Championship. The reign was over double the length of the next longest reign in the title's history. Angelo Poff, the father of Randy Savage, passed away at 75 on this day in 2010. In 2012, ROH's 10th anniversary show took place at the Hammerstein Ballroom in New York City. The main event saw Adam Cole and Eddie Edwards defeat Team Ambition, which is Davey Richards and Kyle O'Reilly. Also in 2012, New Japan's 40th anniversary show took place at Korakuen Hall in Tokyo, Japan. In the main event, Okada retained the big belt against Naito. In 2013, WWE presented Old School Raw from the First Niagara Center in Buffalo, New York. The event ended up being the last televised appearance for Mae Young before her passing. In the main event, CM Punk earned a WrestleMania match with The Undertaker with a win over Randy Orton, Sheamus, and The Big Show. In 2017, ROH Manhattan Mayhem 6 took place in the Hammerstein Ballroom in New York City. The most notable happening of the night saw Matt and Jeff Hardy defeat the Young Bucks to win the ROH Tag Team Championships. In the main event, Adam Cole defeated Bobby Fish to retain the ROH World Championship. In 2017, at an Impact taping in the Impact Zone in Orlando, Ortiz and Santana won the Impact Wrestling Tag Team Championships in a fatal four-way against the teams of Abyss and Crazy Steve, Adam Thornslow and Luster the Legend, and Garza Jr. and Laredo Kid. In 2019, King Kong Bundy passed away at the age of 62. And in 2021, in the main event of NXT UK, Kaylee Ray defeated Maiko Satomura to retain the NXT UK Women's Championship. And now we do have some wrestling birthdays today. We have the Spoiler, Devon Storm, Sarah Stock, Crazy Steve, Lucky Kid, and Dalton Castle.
Oh my god, I love Dalton Castle. I'm glad I got back in time for that.
Austin, you walked out. This is the only date we've had so far in professional wrestling history that had Stan Hansen in it.
Well, you're the one saying his name, Slab.
Yeah, besides his birthday. So, Austin, what kind of shtick did you come up with, since your theme of the week didn't do too hot?
Now, I figured we start doing a wrestler of the week.
Boring.
Yeah, almost as boring as your fucking title reigns. That's correct. It's almost as boring as your Today in Pro Wrestling. Correct.
Trust me, you can make it interesting. Go ahead.
You know what those are? Those are facts of life. Yeah. And it just seems so fitting that my wrestler is LA Knight. Let me talk to you about LA Knight. We're talking about a man who lost to Bray Wyatt in the pitch black Mountain Dew match at fucking Royal Rumble.
That's how you English, yeah.
I said the name of the match how it should have been.
Mountain Dew pitch black match, not pitch
black Mountain Dew. Whatever. You can fucking... It's interchangeable. People fucking knew what I was saying.
It tastes like shit.
It does great.
It does taste like cough syrup.
It is awful.
It does taste like cough syrup. It kind of matches Bray Wyatt's run so far. Maybe that's why they had the match. Because, people were wanting it back. People were calling for it to be back, and it came back and just kind of...
Have you seen how many people are getting mad that The Fiend's possibly coming back, even though that's what people were wanting?
I just wish something would happen in that storyline. But, not straying away from LA Knight. I'm not going to do it. You're not going to get me to do it. I'm not going to do it. Because this is his time to shine. Unlike Royal Rumble, he was able to bounce back. Did you hear the pop Friday when he came out? It was probably the loudest pop of the entire night. It was pretty loud. It was because they were setting up the
Gunther.
I don't know if they're going to do an Intercontinental title match or if they're going to move Money in the Bank back to Mania.
No, it's sold out in London already.
The stipulation for the Fatal Five.
Yeah.
The stipulation for the 5-way match is going to be an Intercontinental
I didn't
title
know
match,
that it was already sold out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, look it up.
It sold out
but
when it got announced, I'm pretty sure.
See, I didn't even know it was announced. I figured they were doing that later. Because they're still doing
announced it on a
Backlash, so I
Monday
figured it
Night
would go... Of course they did. But I don't think he'll dethrone Gunter, but fucking LA Knight. A little quick rundown. I'm not going to go through everything, because it's too long of a list to read out in a decent amount of time, so we're only going to hit the major stuff. NWA World Tag Team Champion one time with James Storm, the Cowboy James Storm. A little bit of beer money, James Storm. PWI, he was ranked number 32 of the top 500 singles wrestlers in 2018. TNA, Impact, where he spent most of his career. He was a one-time Impact World Champion, one-time Impact World Tag Team Champion with the big bad booty daddy himself, Scott Steiner. What a fucking team that is. Two absolute legends. He also...
It was awesome watching them together. Like, purely awesome watching them together.
You literally can't put together two better people.
It was hilarious, and they, on the mic, they were amazing. I loved every second of them together.
And then for just quick rundown, he won the TNA King of the Mountain one time, got one for the gold in 2016. Yeah, pretty much. The 2016-2017 Gauntlet for the Gold Champion. Race for the Case. 2017 he won the Red Case. Feast or Fired, he won the King of the Mountain Championship contract in 2016. And in 2018 won the World Tag Team Championship contract. And then he was also voted to have the worst gimmick in 2022 by the Wrestling Observer newsletter as part of a Maximum Male Models.
Which was bad.
It was bad, and it still is bad. And then
if they get Otis in there, though, it's going to be really good.
But then what does that do to the Alpha Academy, though?
Chad Gable goes on a great singles run.
As United States champion.
Yeah.
I hope so, but that'll happen. And the only thing he's done so far in the WWE, he held the $1 Million Championship one time. That's all he's done so far.
I don't even remember that.
It was him and Cameron Grimes.
It was against Cameron Grimes. Ted DiBiase
like I just said that.
Came back and was physical during certain moments with it.
Wow.
So yeah, shout out to LA Knight. Yeah, first ever Ace and Old Podcast Wrestler of the Week. Only man to unbury himself from Bray Wyatt. I think that's as deserving as anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What?
But I think that's
a
it.
call back to last season.
You say last season like it.
It makes me feel good.
Do we have to? It's a new season. Does that mean new bits, new gimmicks?
I mean, if you want, we can. Yeah.
Can I find?
You have to run it by the champ first, though.
Do I have to find a new greatest professional wrestler?
I don't know. Lance Archer did shout out Stan Hansen this week.
I know, and I love it so much. I absolutely love it.
So
it was a Stan Hansen clothesline that he gave out. There's no other way to describe it. It was a Stan Hansen freaking clothesline. It was stiff as hell. Nah, I think going into season 2, I'll bring in Stan Hansen, still one of my favorite stiffest wrestlers in the world. Not stiff.
He's your favorite wrestler, but he couldn't get on your dream card.
That's facts. He's your favorite wrestler, but somehow was not put on your dream card. Kind of fucked up, if you ask me.
I had a match with him that I tossed
go ahead.
around,
Try to work your way
there
out of this one, buddy.
because I didn't want it on my card. It got beat out. I wasn't going to have Stan Hansen and JBL clotheslining each other around the ring. That
What a
was the
terrible
only
match.
Exactly.
What a terrible match.
So instead of trying to book Stan Hansen into a terrible match, I just completely avoided him in general.
You could have put him in as a tag wrestler in your tag team match.
Yeah, but
And just, booked a better tag match.
ow. Fair, but ow. Cliff,
Anyone else got anything before we wrap it up?
you got
Champ,
anything to add?
supposed to be running this show now.
MJF is going to have his reign run all the way into 2024, where he takes the belt and delivers it right to Vince McMahon. He's going to hand Triple B right to Vince McMahon, right on live WWE television. It's going to make 2024 the wildest year in professional wrestling history.
That would make him the longest reigning AEW champion, first and foremost.
Think he threw one too many W's in there.
It's Vince's promotion. He had to start a new one, so it'd be WWWF.
But he wouldn't go to Vince's promotion. He'd go to Triple H's. No, he wouldn't.
He would. Yeah, he would.
He would go to Triple H's, which is the WWE.
Well,
he said numerous
back
times
on
that
the
Triple
board.
H is one of his favorite
Confirmed.
wrestlers.
Well,
he's making creative.
Yeah, he's part of creative now, let's be honest.
That's the only reason Omos Brock is happening.
Hey, Johnny Gargano keeps winning. I'm all for it.
He'll still flounder in the mid card. You can't tell me that's not
So
true.
would Velveteen
Because
Dream
he
if he
will.
was here, to be honest.
Nah, he'd already be like a 7-time champ.
24/7.
Maybe a DUI champ.
Give me Velveteen Dream over Johnny Gargano any
Dude.
day.
Legit though,
of the
for a
week.
real second, could you imagine the fucking Velveteen Dream R-Truth skits for the 24/7 title? Could you imagine that shit for a second though?
I imagine a lot of leather couches. Velveteen Dream,
That
towards the end of his NXT career before he was released, would come out and just be on a freaking leather couch surrounded by women either feeding him grapes or giving him a drink. It was the most random shit they did with him. It was absolutely ridiculous. Killed his character a lot. And he would just sit there and do absolutely nothing. Just sit there and watch a match and then never have a rivalry against any of the people he was watching. At all. Just sit there. And it was so stupid.
Makes sense to me. Must not make sense for your tiny little pea brain. I'm not going to go through the effort of explaining
Explain
it
it
to you
then,
either.
sir.
I'm not,
How does it
not
make
going to go
sense?
into the effort of it.
Because
I'm not
it
gonna
doesn't
go
make
into the effort of
sense.
it.
You can't even make it make sense.
Oh, I could.
You
I just
just
don't want to
don't wanna
explain it to
admit that
you
it makes
because
no
it'd go in
sense.
one ear out the other. You wouldn't understand it.
You just don't.
Too advanced for you.
Can't admit that it wouldn't make sense.
You and your losing
You can't admit
mindset.
that he was terrible.
You're right. I'm not going to admit that he was terrible because he wasn't.
Cliff, give you 2024.
I already did.
He already did.
Then
Tune
end
in. Be
sir.
present.
champion. Then you end the show with your spiel of mental health.
Well, we're going to say that like it's not a
Like
serious.
it's not important. It's incredibly important.
Maybe
It's the
I
one
shouldn't be
time-
the heel here. Maybe Eli should shitting on mental health like that.
It's the one time we dropped kayfabe the entire night.
This is the first time I can look directly in the camera and talk to him, and you just fucking ruined it. You killed it. You buried it. You murdered it. Are you proud of yourself?
I'm proud of a lot of things.
Not a moment I would be proud of, personally.
Well, ex-champ, take us home.
The forever champ, you mean?
If we want to drop kayfabe, straight up, though, mental health, this week was a
Now he wants to
terrible
be
week.
back.
No, it's legit. This week was a terrible week. I joked around with you guys before the cast. Friday, I didn't go to bed till maybe 3:30. I had to be up at 5:45 at the latest because I was having nothing but anxiety attacks. This past week, I've had almost at least 2 anxiety attacks, like every single day. So my sleep has been terrible. I've been like awful feeling just because I've had nothing but anxiety attacks and some other issues mentally going on. Today, good day. Been a good day. It happens every now and then when I don't have a bunch of anxiety throughout the month, or it just builds up, and then finally just throughout a week, it just explodes into this whole mess. Nothing bad came out of it. I didn't have a mental breakdown like last time one of these happened. So I would say that's progress forward. Because, I mean, I didn't have to make you guys wait an hour before hopping into the call. But it was this week was a serious mental check again for me that, everything's good, it's alright, it's okay not to be okay and everything, so dropping the wall of everything. Just this week not been too good, hoping for a good next week, and that's all I gotta say.
Yeah, and also, just piggybacking off of that, all of this is just, it's exactly what it is, it's kayfabe. I'm not actually, I'm mostly not this mean to them in real life. So,
You can't say not all the time.
I've
Hey,
never had the problem with them. What are you talking about?
hey, when I need to be assertive and get shit done, I will be assertive and get shit done. It's the type of person I am. And if you guys want to pussyfoot around and not hammer down a time to when we're going to record, I'm going to get
You
shitty.
said 10:30. You said 10:30. Me and Cliff were going off of that.
This
I
was
had
not
time to take a shower.
This
Cliff
was
had
not
time to
in
play his
regards
game.
to tonight. This was just in regards to previous. Yes, the one time when I sat on here for an hour and no one else got on. I'm talking about previously. But I also think that translates over into life as well. You can't just let people push you around. You can't just have this laissez-faire approach to getting something done or doing something in your life or any of that. You have to sometimes be the bad guy. You have to take control of your own life. Because genuinely, at the end of the day, no one else cares. No one cares how hard you work or behind the scenes or how hard your life is, the obstacles or the battles you have to overcome. All they care about is the end product. So work harder. Get after it. Do your fucking shit and do it to the best of your ability and improve yourself. Be better every day. Some days you're going to have setbacks. Bounce back harder. So just be assertive. Be assertive in your own life. Take control of your own life. Don't let others control it. Take care of yourselves. Take care of others. Love yourself. That's all it is. Talking directly to you. As real as it gets. You can finally see me. I'm looking at you. This is life. This isn't kayfabe. This is as real as it gets. Be there for yourself. Show up for yourself. Because no one else will. You know what that is? It's a fact of life.
Yeah.
But, you know what else is a fact of life?
No
And
matter
we've
who
always
wins,
got
Eli's
you
not gonna win the
covered.
championship.
That is also a fact of life. There's plenty of facts of life here. But, the one fact of life that stays true is that we've always got you covered. Because we're your ace in the hole. We'll catch you on down the road. Yeah!